gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV níbi wọ́n ti ń dábìí ẹnu tí wọ́n ń rọ̀ bí òwú. Gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV láti ń gbóhùn sáfẹ́fẹ́ láti ń dábìí ẹnu tá ń rọ̀ bí òwú. Gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV ọgbọ́n bẹ òye bẹ ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóríṣiríṣi ní gbàgede ìmọ̀ TV ẹ máa wò ẹ máa gbọ́.
Nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi mo kí yín wípé a kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ ní ìkànnì amóhùnmáwòrán BGI TV lórúkọ bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ ni mo tún kí yín wípé ẹ kú ìkàlẹ̀. Ní pápápá lónìí àwọn èèyàn tí ìjọba yẹ kí wọ́n lọ gbé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí àti mọ̀ wọ́n. Ìṣòro wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ó ti ní ìyanjú. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ẹ fọkàn balẹ̀ àsìkò yìí jẹ́ àsìkò tó gba sùúrù nítorí pé ohun tá à ń wá lọ Sókótó ó ti wà lápò ṣòkòtò wa. Gbogbo àwọn tí ń domi àlàáfíà ìlú rú àṣírí wọn ti tú. Tí nǹkan ò bá ṣẹlẹ̀ nǹkan míì kì í fi ojú léde. Àtìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ Donald Trump yìí ti fi ìdí lélẹ̀ tó ti di mímọ̀ fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà mẹ́wàá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lábẹ́. Ẹ gbọ́ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ lónìí. Àwọn tí ó yẹ kí ìjọba bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ fi ọwọ́ òfin gbé kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ló wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí kọjá ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Lótìtọ́ àti lódodo àwọn èèyàn kan sọ di mọ̀ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n lè sọ wípé àwọn yóò lo ọjọ́ péréte ṣùgbọ́n kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ torí pé ìwà àwọn Amẹ́ríkà ní láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ kí wọ́n máa dominate lọ. Àwọn wo ni a fẹ́ rí nídìí ìrànlọ́wọ́ tó fẹ́ ṣe fún wa yìí òun náà láti rí yìí o. Ẹ wá jẹ́ ń sọ di mímọ̀ fún yín wípé Gumi ó jẹ́ ọ̀kan gbòógì àwọn ènìyàn tó yẹ kí wọ́n tọmọ́ wádìí ẹ̀. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Gumi ti ń bá àwọn èèyàn jà káàkiri báyìí. Ó ti ń gbé lọ́wọ́ ojú wọn pé kí ló dé tí wọ́n ń fa ọ̀rọ̀ wọn. Báwo ni wọ́n ṣe ní fa ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀? Nítorí pé àwọn ibi tí ó yẹ kó sọ̀rọ̀ sí kò sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Ó ń ṣe ààbò fún àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí. Ó ń bá wọn negotiate. Ó jẹ́ agbódegbà. Ó jẹ́ alárinà láàrin ìjọba àti àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn arábí wọ́n wà reasonable. Wọ́n ní listening ear. Ta ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀? Kékeré ejò àti ńlá ejò èwo ló ṣe gbé mọ́ra ń bẹ̀? Báyìí nínú àkọsílẹ̀ ìròyìn kan tí aláǹfààní gbajúgbajà ajìjàgbara agbẹjọ́rò kan Malcolm Yoruba tí n bá gbọ́ orúkọ yẹn dáadáa, òun ló ti ké sí gbogbo àwọn DSS, ó ké sí iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá, ẹni tí ń ṣe olùdámọ̀ràn pàtàkì sí ààrẹ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà Lúrì Bádù wípé èèyàn kan tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tí Trump sọ ẹni tí ẹ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọwọ́ òfin gbé kẹṣiṣẹ́ ìwádìí lé lórí òun ni Gumi. Nítorí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ lẹ́nujọ́ mẹ́ta yìí ó ti ń gba ìfurasí. Ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà jáde wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀. Wọ́n ti sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn yóò dá ṣe. Àwọn yóò kàn sí àjọ àgbáyé tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe kíni tó yẹ kí wọ́n ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Nítorí pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ohun tó yẹ ká ti gbégi dínà tipẹ́tipẹ́ ni. Àwa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe kíni ẹni tí wọ́n sọ pé kó ṣe tó tí ò ṣe tó ni tó máa ń ṣe tó kiri ni ọ̀rọ̀ wa lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ wo àti ìgbà táwọn ará bíi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe kíni tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe àwọn ìpalára fún wa lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Èèyàn kan wá sọ pé wọ́n ní listening ear wo ni wọ́n ní wọ́n reasonable orí wọn ò lè pé kí wọ́n máa ṣerú nǹkan báyìí lórúkọ ẹ̀sìn tí ò kọ́ wọn ní gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni àwọn nǹkan lóríṣiríṣi tí àwọn ará bíi ti ṣe lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Donald Trump wá sọ ọ̀rọ̀ Donald Trump ó dàbí àwọn adìyẹ tí wọ́n dá àgbàdo sí wọn nínú sí wọn láàrin ni. tí wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fà á láàrin ara ó ń lọ́rọ̀ Trump fún wa ọ̀rọ̀ kan lásán òun ló wá di wípé à ń sáré sọ́tún sáré sósì. Ǹjẹ́ túmọ̀ wípé orílẹ̀-èdè Russia ti dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn? Wọ́n ní àwọn tí ń ṣe àmójútó àwọn tí ń mọ́nítọ̀ gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ẹ wo bí tá a bára wa dé. Wọ́n ní àwọn ń wo gbogbo ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ló láti ìgbà tí Donald Trump ti sọ àwọn ń wò ó ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé Russia àsìkò rèé láti ṣe kí láti ṣe àtúnṣe àwọn èèyàn tí kò yẹ láwùjọ tí a mọ̀ wípé wọ́n lè máa ṣe ẹgẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fọwọ́ òfin gbé wọn tí Gumi bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó kọjá yẹ bí ó tẹ̀ tí ṣe ń sọ yìí tó ti ń bá àwọn agbẹjọ́rò kan jà wípé òun wọn ń bọ̀ òun lórúkọ jẹ́ ìgbà kan àwo kan ẹni dẹ̀ ń sọ òtítọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ò lè máa sọ wípé àwọn aráàbí ẹni náà kò tún wá sọ pé ó làámú ẹ tààràtà ó ní ó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣiṣẹ́ ìwádìí lé ẹ lórí ni nítorí òun ṣe kiri ni nítorí òun jẹ́ agbódegbà fún àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n jẹ́ agbésùmọ̀mí. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti wá níyànjú bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n ń retí kí àwọn olórí ẹ̀sìn àwọn olórí kìrìsìtẹ́nì àwọn olórí ti mùsùlùmí kí wọ́n jáde lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Gumi náà ló kọ́kọ́ jáde. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wá ń gbé ọ̀rọ̀ náà gbà bí ẹni gbàgbọ́ tí wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ní igbá kan Adébóyè ti jáde olùdarí ilé ìjọsìn ìràpadà bàbá yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ó ní kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yìí sọ ó jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó lágbára. Bàbá yìí náà sọ pé kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ wípé ẹ̀sìn rárá ó ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn ni pé kí ìjọba wa tètè gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ní kíákíá. Ẹ máa ní àǹfààní láti gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kẹ́ni mọ̀ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn kì í ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ẹ mọ̀ wípé a ti ń sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn ayé àwọn ti Goodluck Ebele Jonathan wọ́ ti Buhari àgàgà ìgbà yẹn ló wá ṣe kí ni ló wá fẹjú kẹ́kẹ́ nítorí àwọn ló wà nídìí gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn ìjẹ́jẹ́ mọ̀ pé àwọn kọ̀rọ̀rọ̀ sí ẹ̀dá yìí àwọn tó ń ṣe agbódegbà fún wọn ti ń sáré káàkiri. Láìpẹ́ ni olórí àwọn ikọ̀ ISWAP ni wọ́n jáde ni wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ dímọ̀ fún Donald Trump kó má sọ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ mọ́ ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kìlọ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn wọn pé ẹ má lo ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ smartphone torí náà àwọn náà mọ̀ wípé ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ó lè fa bí wọ́n ṣe máa rí wọn ní kó má kóra wọn kó má gádà níbì kan. Olórí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ISWAP àwọn ti Boko Haram yìí náà ló ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ń sí àwọn èèyàn rẹ̀ nígbẹ́rẹ́ pàkọ́ ẹ má lo ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ smartphone ẹ má kóra níjọpọ̀ síbì kan mọ́. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí àwọn ìjọba wa mọ̀ ọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn náà mọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọn gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn. Àsìkò tí ọ̀rọ̀ wá délẹ̀ yìí ó ti wá di wípé ó pọn dandan báyìí láti ṣe kíni láti fi ojú aṣebi hàn. Inú mi dùn nígbà tí mo rí ìròyìn kan ní èní wípé ẹni tí ń ṣe olórí ẹ̀ṣọ́ ààbò tuntun Wahidi Shuaibu olórí àwọn ọmọ ológun tuntun lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ó ti sọ di mímọ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ ológun rẹ̀ wípé ẹ̀yà ìpele àti máa gbógun ti àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí òun la wà yìí láti máa finá mọ́ wọn. Lótìtọ́ àti lódodo wọn ò ṣe ìtọ́jú àwọn ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọmọ ológun yẹn wọ́n á complain wọn ò tọ́jú àwọn dáadáa ṣùgbọ́n lásìkò yìí a nílò wọn gan. Ọ̀rọ̀ Donald Trump ó ti di ìmọ́lẹ̀ fún wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà bí yóò tẹ̀ wá bóyá ó ń bọ̀ ní o ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó ti kọ́kọ́ sọ yẹn ó ti ṣí wa ní etí. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí pásítọ̀ Adébóyè sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó lágbára ni tí ó fi ń rọ àwọn kan fi tẹ̀sí ṣe kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ìsìn láwà yìí. Ọ̀rọ̀ àbáyọ sóhun tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí wọ́n sọ di mímọ̀ pé tí gbogbo ẹ̀ bá délẹ̀ tán tí orílẹ̀-èdè US bá wá ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún wa àwọn ní Russia China àwọn arábì ọ̀rọ̀ nìkan ló máa sọ wọn ní gbèsè yìí wá o àwa di ọlọ́mú dá ọmú ẹ̀gbẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn bó jẹ́ ìpalára tó fẹ́ ti bí kíní yìí wá ó pọ̀ púpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n a lè fi ọwọ́ ara wa lè fi gbégi dínà rẹ̀ tá a bá ṣe ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ohun tí pásítọ̀ Enoch Adébóyè sọ bóyá àátú rí ibòmíì tá a gbé ọ̀rọ̀ náà gbà.
If I were asked to make suggestions, I would say quietly to our government, move fast, move diplomatically, move wisely, find a way to convince the President of America to please delay his actions for about 100 days and then come home and tell our security chiefs, get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign, which would...
ṣe rí bí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe rí ní ṣókí. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe nǹkan tí a máa pẹnu sọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí ó ti kan gbogbo wa pátápátá lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ni. Ara òrókun ara òrá adìyẹ òun lọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí. Bó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n lè fi ọwọ́ òfin kọ́ gbé Gumi ni kí wọ́n gbé gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn tí wọ́n mọ inú ibi tí àwọn ará bí yìí wà. Ṣèbí òun ni àwọn Chad ti ṣe kí ni wọ́n ti ti ilẹ̀kùn bọ́dà àwọn gbogbo àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tí wọ́n mú létí wá wọ́n ti ń ti gbogbo ẹ̀ pa torí káwọn ará bí yìí má bàa sáwá sọ́dọ̀ tiwọn. Àwa táwa wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe àmúlò àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi nọ́mọ̀ àwọn ará bí yìí kí wọ́n lè fi wá sílẹ̀. Ẹ̀mí tó ti tọwọ́ wọn wá ó ti pọ̀ jù, tó ti tọwọ́ wọn lọ ó ti pọ̀ jù. Wọ́n ti pa ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn, ọ̀run àrèmábọ̀ ló ń rán wọn lọ sí. Ikú àìtọ́jọ́ ti ti ọwọ́ àwọn agbésùnmọ̀mí yìí wá. Ẹ má gbàgbé pé pásítọ̀ kan ló sọ kíní yìí o tó fi fẹjú kẹ̀kẹ́. Ẹ̀mí pásítọ̀ yìí gan-an Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kó dè ní báyìí nítorí pé ó ti tú àṣírí ńlá. Òun náà ti ṣe tán, òun ò bẹ̀rù ikú mọ́. Òun á sọ eléyìí kí àtúnṣe lè wà. Torí ẹ̀ náà ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá àwọn kọ́kọ́ wà tó jẹ́ pé a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ní àwọn àsìkò yìí. Kì í ṣe torí èní torí ọ̀la ni. Ẹ jẹ́ ká rí dáadáa ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká rí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ èébú ẹ̀sìn, ẹ má jẹ́ ká rí, ẹ jẹ́ ká rí àwọn àǹfààní tó dìrọ̀ mọ́ àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó jẹ́ wípé wọn ò fẹ́ lọ síwájú fún wa lórílẹ̀-èdè àwa Yorùbá gan àsìkò tí gbogbo ẹ̀ yóò ṣe kíni yóò bí àṣà àwọn èèyàn kan yóò zẹ̀ lélẹ́yìí tó máa lọ láti ṣe kíni láti bá ti wa lọ wípé yes kó ní kálukú ṣe kíni kó dá ọmú ìyá rẹ̀ gbé káwọn máa ṣe tiwọn káwọn náà máa ṣe tiwọn. Nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó ń gbọ́bọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ tí pásítọ̀ Enoch Adébóyè sọ yìí àwọn èèyàn kan ti ń sọ kó tó di ọjọ́ òní pé kí ìjọba tètè gbé ìgbésẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn ò wá tó nìkan a fẹ́ èsì ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn la fẹ́. Wọ́n sùn kọ̀ọ̀kan lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Gumi yìí. Wọ́n ní àwọn àlejò táàjọ pẹ̀kẹ́lù lẹ́ni. Bàbá kan jókòó wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Gumi tó yẹ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tó lágbára ni a gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ọmọ yìí bóyá yípo ní bóyá èèyàn kan ni ó sọ wípé lọ́sẹ̀ yìí àbí ọ̀sẹ̀ tá a fẹ́ mú yìí ó yẹ kí wọ́n lọ fi ọwọ́ òfin gbé Gumi. Wò yẹn ká fi lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá yẹn tó ṣàlàyé bí Gumi ṣe jẹ́ fún wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká débẹ̀.
I swear to God, this man Gumi, this man right here is not sent to jail this week. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, should take out all the whole politicians in Nigeria, because I don't understand a country where bandits they make decisions for government, and if they see bandits like this, they go negotiate. Government have to negotiate with bandits. They negotiate. People wanna go pack all of them, go burn them, or pack them go inside jail. No, una no dey do that one. Una go negotiate with bandits. People where they fight people, una go negotiate. Na country be this country that we found ourselves. See this men na complete calm on how they wear with the kind of equipment where they get self and Nigeria military they no get am.
Lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Amẹ́ríkà yìí kí Tinubu ṣọ́ra fún Gumi o. Kò sí ẹni tí kò mọ Sheikh Abubakar Gumi, ọkùnrin tó máa ń ṣe alárinà láàrin ìjọba Nàìjíríà àti àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò ọkùnrin tí ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn nílẹ̀ haúsá máa ń rí bí ẹni tó lè ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́, ẹni tó ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò yìí láìmọye ìgbà láti bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí wọ́n tú àwọn tí wọ́n bá jí gbé sílẹ̀ tàbí láti béèrè ohun tí wọ́n bá fẹ́, tí yóò sì padà wá ṣàlàyé fún ìjọba pé ohun tí àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò náà fẹ́ rèé, tí yóò sì gba nǹkan náà lọ́wọ́ ìjọba fún wọn. Ní báyìí Gumi ti sọ̀rọ̀ o. Òun ló sì kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nígbàrà tí olórí ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà Donald Trump kìlọ̀ pé kí ìjọba Nàìjíríà rí i pé àwọn fòpin sí pípa tí àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò ń pa àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì nílẹ̀ wọn, tó sì pé ilẹ̀ wa ní àwọn orúkọ burúkú kan. Gumi sọ pé kí ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed má dúró o, kó má tilẹ̀ jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ náà tutù rárá, kó tètè kó o padà sí Trump lẹ́nu, pé kó kìlọ̀ fún un pé láyé ẹ̀ kó má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ fún Nàìjíríà mọ́, nítorí orílẹ̀-èdè olómìnira bíi ti Amẹ́ríkà náà ní Nàìjíríà yìí ṣe, kò sẹ́nìkan tó lè halẹ̀ mọ́ ẹnìkan. Gumi múra sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí, ó ní ìkọjá àyè ní fún Amẹ́ríkà láti máa halẹ̀ mọ́ Nàìjíríà, pé nítorí kíni kí Tinubu tètè sọ fún Trump pé ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ yẹn kó yáa kó o padà, kó sì kọ̀wé síta pé òun ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ o, tàbí pé àṣìsọ lòun sọ, àti pé tí Trump kò bá ti wá kọ̀wé jáde tí kò sì kéde pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí òun sọ nípa Nàìjíríà yẹn òun ò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́, kí Tinubu pàṣẹ pé Nàìjíríà kò ní bá Amẹ́ríkà ṣe láéláé mọ́. Kì í ṣe pé yóò fi ẹnu pàṣẹ lásán bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́, gbogbo àjọṣe tó bá ti wà láàrin Amẹ́ríkà àti Nàìjíríà ni kó fagilé, kó sì jẹ́ kí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ pé láàrin Nàìjíríà àti Amẹ́ríkà kò sí àjọṣe kankan mọ́, kí oníkálukú máa jẹ́ orúkọ bàbá ẹ̀ ni, kí kálukú sì máa ṣe tirẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Gumi ní ìgbéraga àti gìràgìrà Amẹ́ríkà ti pọ̀ jù, òun náà ló sì gbé wọn kọlù Nàìjíríà báyìí tí wọ́n fi ń halẹ̀ mọ́ wa. Ó ní bí Tinubu kò bá tètè ya ká Trump lọ́wọ́ kò, tó bá jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí lọ gbé bẹ́ẹ̀, yóò tún ṣe èyí tó jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ lẹ́yìn ọ̀la, nítorí kò ní dúró lórí eléyìí nìkan. Àmọ́ ohun tí àwọn èèyàn ń sọ báyìí ni pé kí Tinubu yẹra fún Gumi, kó yẹra fún àmọ̀ràn ẹ̀, nítorí kò sóhun tí yóò wù ú ju kí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ yìí dogun lọ, kó dogun àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò àti ará Amẹ́ríkà kí wọ́n lè kó Nàìjíríà sí yọnu. Wọ́n ní kì í ṣe Nàìjíríà ní Gumi ń gbèjà, pé lára àwọn tí wọ́n kórìíra ilẹ̀ Amẹ́ríkà tẹ́lẹ̀ nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò yìí náà sì ni, àti pé ìgbàgbọ́ tí Gumi ní ni pé àwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà ló fa ogun àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò yìí, gbogbo ibi tó bá sì ti rí Amẹ́ríkà ní ti kórìíra wọn. Wọ́n ní alákatakítí ẹ̀sìn ní Gumi fúnra ẹ̀, ohun tó sì fà á tí wọ́n fi lé e ní Saudi lọ́dún yìí pé kó má wo orílẹ̀-èdè àwọn láti pé òun wá ṣe hajj kankan nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìgbà àkọ́kọ́ kọ́ nìyí o, wọ́n ti ọkùnrin náà mọ́lé nígbà kan tí wọ́n fọlọ́pàá gbé e nílẹ̀ àwọn lárúbáwá yìí kan náà ni o, nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ akatakítí ẹ̀sìn yìí náà ni, nítorí wọ́n ní kì í ṣe èèyàn tó farabalẹ̀ bí ọ̀rọ̀ bá di ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn báyìí. Àwọn tí wọ́n ń sọ báyìí ní kò sí ohun tó dáa jù, ìyẹn nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá ti rí báyìí, kò sí ohun tó dáa bíi kí àwọn olórí orílẹ̀-èdè méjèèjì jókòó kí wọ́n sì sọ ọ̀rọ̀ náà kó yé ara wọn, nítorí bí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí bá dogun, àdánù tí kinní náà yóò mú bá Nàìjíríà yóò le jù, nítorí ní gbogbo ọ̀nà ni àwọn tí Gumi ń sọ pé ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjà pẹ̀lú wọn yìí fi lágbára ju Nàìjíríà lọ. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn míì wà lẹ́yìn Gumi o, pàápàá àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ bí onímọ̀ nínú ẹ̀sìn míì. Wọ́n ní Amẹ́ríkà fẹ́ sọ wá di ọ̀lẹ lórí ilẹ̀ wa ni, pé bí wọ́n ti máa ń halẹ̀ káàkiri ayé rèé, tí wọ́n sì máa ń dá sọ̀rọ̀ tí kò kàn wọ́n rárá, pé kí ló kàn wọ́n nínú ọ̀rọ̀ abẹ́lé Nàìjíríà, ṣebí àwa la ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa. Wọ́n ní bí Trump bá ṣèwádìí dáadáa yóò mọ̀ pé kì í ṣe àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì nìkan ni wọ́n ń pa, àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò yìí ń pa àwọn Mùsùlùmí náà, kódà wọ́n ń lọ ká wọn mọ́ mọ́ṣáláṣí tí wọ́n ń pa wọ́n. Kí ló wá dé tí kò sọ sí yẹn, tó jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ pé wọ́n ń pa àwọn Kìrìsìtẹ́nì ló ń rán mẹ́nu. Wọ́n ní ohun tó yẹ kí Tinubu ṣe ni pé kó kọjú ìjà sí gan-an, kó lè mọ̀ pé òun ò lè halẹ̀ kankan, òun ò sì ní ìhàlẹ̀ rárá tí òun lè ṣe fún wa. Wọ́n ní bí Tinubu bá ní òun lọ bá a ṣe ìpàdé mérèésègbó kan, bí ẹni tó ń pọ́n ọdẹ lásán ni, nítorí òfin àjọ àwọn orílẹ̀-èdè àgbáyé kò fààyè gbà kí olórí ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè kan kàn déédéé jí níjọ́ kan kó ní òun kó sọ́jà lọ sí orílẹ̀-èdè míì. Wọ́n ní Trump kò ní fẹ́ ṣèyẹn, torí òun náà ò ní fẹ́ tẹ́ nígbà tó mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀ kò bófin mu. síbẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn èèyàn kò gbà ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n ní kí Tinubu kọ ojú ìjà sí Trump yìí wọlé o. Wọ́n ní bí ìgbà tí ajá ń pe ẹkùn níjà ni. Wọ́n ní Trump ti rí ohun tí yóò fi kẹ́wọ́, yẹn náà sì ni pé àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò wà ní Nàìjíríà, ó sì lè lo ìyẹn láti fi sọ pé àfi kí àwọn lé wọn jáde, kódà bí kò bá dárúkọ àwọn kìrìsìtẹ́nì mọ́ ọmọ. Àwọn yìí ní bí ọ̀rọ̀ bá ti rí báyìí, Tinubu gbọ́dọ̀ wá ọ̀nà láti rí ọkùnrin náà ní o, kó sì ṣàlàyé fún un ohun tó lè jẹ́ kó fi Nàìjíríà lọ́rùn sílẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ṣùgbọ́n bí òun náà bá ń bá aṣa gidi, ọ̀rọ̀ náà yóò ti kọjá sórí kí ẹnikẹ́ni tó mọ ohun tí wọ́n lè ṣe sí i. Ṣé nígbàrà tí Trump ti sọ̀rọ̀ pé kí àwọn ológun máa múra sílẹ̀ pé bóyá làwọn kò ní kó ogun ja orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà, àtìgbà náà ni mínísítà ètò ogun jíjà wọn lọ́hùn-ún Peter Hegseth fúnra ẹ̀ ti ní digbí làwọn wà bí ìbọn. Àwọn ti gbáradì nígbàkigbà tí olórí ìjọba Amẹ́ríkà náà bá ti ní ó yá, àṣẹ tó bá sì pa fáwọn làwọn yóò tẹ̀lé láti fi ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn. Ọ̀rọ̀ náà kò sì yàtọ̀ sí bí ìgbà tí Amẹ́ríkà ti múra ogun tàbí láti sáré wá fi àwọn ọmọ ogun wọn kọ́ Nàìjíríà lọ́gbọ́n. Ohun tó sì ń ba àwọn èèyàn tó mọ̀ nípa ìhùwàsí Amẹ́ríkà tí ọ̀rọ̀ bá ti rí báyìí lẹ́rù ni pé wọ́n lè má sọ fáwọn èèyàn mọ́ tí wọn yóò fi wọ̀lú lójijì, tí wọn yóò sì lọ́ọ́ máa ju bọ́ǹbù lu àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò yìí níbi tí wọ́n bá wà. Kí Nàìjíríà sì tó lè ṣe kinní kan, àwọn sọ́jà Amẹ́ríkà náà yóò ti wà nílẹ̀ Haúsá. Ohun tó mú kí Trump fúnra ẹ̀ máa sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń sọ yìí ni pé àwọn sọ́jà Amẹ́ríkà àti àwọn elétò ààbò wọn pẹ̀lú àwọn ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́ wọn mọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ibi tí àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò yìí wà ní Nàìjíríà o. Ẹni tó bá sì rántí ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 2020 lásìkò tí Trump ń ṣèjọba àkọ́kọ́ ẹ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ náà kò ní rú tọ̀hún lójú rárá. Nínú oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2020, àwọn afẹ̀míṣòfò kan jí ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà kan gbé ní ìlú Masalata ní ìpínlẹ̀ Niger tiwa níbí, wọ́n sì gbé ọkùnrin náà lọ ni wọ́n bá ń béèrè owó. Láàárín ọjọ́ mẹ́ta péré, Trump pàṣẹ láti Amẹ́ríkà lọ́hùn-ún, bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn sọ́jà Amẹ́ríkà ya wọlé. Kò sẹ́nìkan tó mọ̀ wọ́n ti gba Philip Walton, ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà tí wọ́n jí gbé náà sílẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n sì pa àwọn tó jí gbé nípakúpa láì ṣẹ́kù ẹnìkan. Wọ́n ti ṣiṣẹ́ náà ní Nàìjíríà níbí o, kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà pàápàá tó máa gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n ṣe. Ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ èyí ni Trump ń rò nígbà tó ṣe pé lásìkò ìjọba rẹ̀ náà ni eléyìí wáyé. Èyí sì ni pé bí kinní kan yóò bá wáyé, wọn kò ní pariwo ẹ̀ tí wọn yóò fi ṣe ohun tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe. Èyí làwọn èèyàn ṣe ń sọ pé kí Tinubu yẹra fún àwọn èèyàn bíi Gumi, kí wọ́n má jẹ́ kí wọ́n fi ẹnu wọn sọ ìsọkúsọ àti láti máa múra ogun tí wọn kò lè jà, nítorí wọn yóò kàn kó Tinubu àti àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà sínú wàhálà ni. Láti ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti délẹ̀, oríṣiríṣi àmọ̀ràn ló ń dé etígbọ̀ ààrẹ Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Bí àwọn kan ti ń sọ síwájú làwọn kan ń sọ sẹ́yìn. Ọlọ́run nìkan ni yóò sì ràn án lọ́wọ́ láti kọ́ ní èyí tí yóò ṣeé ṣe tí yóò sì ran gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́. Nítorí ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ dé yìí, ìkóríta mẹ́ta ni o, ìkóríta mẹ́ta tí dààmú àgbàlagbà.
Ṣé ti rí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ, gbogbo ìgbà ìwà yìí ló ṣí mọ́ Gumi lórí. Àtijọ́ tó yẹ ká ti máa pẹ̀ka ìrókò rẹ̀, àtijọ́ tó yẹ ká ti máa gbégi jìnnà àwọn ọ̀gbọ̀n wọ̀nyí, kò tí ì dẹja gbígbẹ́ o tí ò ní ṣe ká mọ́. Ó ṣe ká báyìí tá a bá lè ṣe ohun tó yẹ ká ṣe. Gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ orí ẹ̀ ni àti àwọn ẹ̀mẹ̀wà rẹ̀, ìjọba tó ń fi ààyè sílẹ̀ fún negotiation. Ẹ mọ̀ pé gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Zamfara tí wọ́n ń pariwo kíní yìí tipẹ́tipẹ́, ó ń pariwo rẹ̀ nígbà àwọn ọmọbi táwọn aráabí yìí wà, àwọn ọmọbi tí wọ́n wà, ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ò ní agbára tó tọ́ láti ṣe kíni, láti lọ kọlu àwọn aráabí yìí. Wípé ìjọba àpapọ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣe kíni, ni wọ́n ń control àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí. Báwa ti ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ alágbára kọ́kọ́, ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn ọya àjọṣe ni ẹ̀yin ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí náà ẹ bọ́ síbẹ̀. Wọ́n wá fẹ́ sí àwọn tiwa nígbẹ́rẹ́ ìpàkọ́ ní ilẹ̀ Kóòtù Òjìrè, gbogbo ibi tí ẹni tó pa ààlà pẹ̀lú àwa àti àwọn aráabí yìí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí ètò ààbò bẹ̀ kó gbó nǹkan. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ètò ààbò bẹ̀ kó fi ìdí múlẹ̀ dáadáa, nítorí tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fínà mọ́ wọn lápá abẹ yẹn, wọ́n á máa rọ́ wọlé rápálá wọ ilẹ̀ Kóòtù Òjìrè ni o. A sì gbọ́dọ̀ fún wọn láàyè torí ibi tí à ń lọ. Kí làwọn àlejò mi sọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn? Kí làwọn nǹkan tí wọ́n mẹ́nubà tèmi ò mẹ́nubà? ọ̀rọ̀ yìí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi dá sí, kẹ́ bá mi pín débi tó yẹ kẹ́ pín dé, kí wọ́n lè mọ̀ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà lẹ́yìn kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ẹnìkan. Ìdúró ò sí, ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ò sí fẹ́ni tó gbé odómì ní ọ̀rọ̀ wa. Donald Trump ti dá nǹkan lẹ̀. Ọ̀nà àbáyọ olókùn tó yẹ ká máa wá kì í ṣe ọ̀nà àti máa bu ẹnu àtẹ́lu ẹnikẹ́ni àbí máa di ẹrù ẹ̀bí lé èèyàn kan, ìwọ ló fà á, igbá kan. Ọ̀bẹ ti gbọ́mọ lọ́wọ́, ọmọ ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ọ̀bẹ ti ṣe ohun tó fẹ́ ṣe. Ọ̀nà àbáyọ olókùn báyìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká dé ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn àlejò mi, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ ohun tí wọ́n sọ.
Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Diaspora panel. We are the voice of the diaspora. I have with me in the house Mr. Ola Lawal, who's in Canada. Mr. Lawal, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me.
I have Mr. Ademola Adisa in the UK. Mr. Adisa, you are welcome.
Oh, hello. It's nice being here. Thank you for having me.
And I have Mr. Olaitan Adedigba, who is in America. Mr. Adedigba, you are welcome.
Thanks for having me too.
My name is Dejolaya. I'm the host, and I am in Ireland. I want to say thank you to all our viewers. Thank you for sticking with us. And please, if you have not yet subscribed, please click that button so that anytime we do a new video, you're one of the first people to know about it. Please like the video and share it with other people. And please, we want to see your comments. We promise to continue to respond as soon as we can. So today, we want to discuss the sponsors of terror in Nigeria. We have seen this list time after time. And for the opt-in time, we have been shown the list of terror sponsors in Nigeria. A few years ago, we saw a list that emanated from the United Arab Emirates. And the government of that time did nothing about it. This list has now been calibrated and circulated by the United States. And this time around, based on the current scuffle between the US and Nigerian government about the truism of Christian genocide in Nigeria, it looks like the government of Nigeria is ready to do the needful. And this is what we're going to discuss. Let me show you the names, that are, that were, being, recalibrated on internet. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see these names. So I don't know whether you can see can you see my screen, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you look, you see names. These are the names that have been bandied about. You have Abdurrahman Musa Ado. These are the financiers of terror. Although some of them have denied it, some of them have said no, they are not. They have. So, but these are the names that we have on the internet. So, and we also have Bashir Ali Yusuf. We have Ibrahim Ali Al Hassan. We have Saliu Yusuf Adamu. We have Surajo Abubakar Muhammad. And some of these politicians that have been named are Ali Modu Sharif, who used to be a governor in Borno State, a one-time governor. There's also Bello Matawale, who was a former governor, I think, of Zamfara State, and I think is now a minister. I'm not very sure. There's also Issa Ali Pantami, who was Buhari's former minister for, I think, communication. I'm not very sure. So, and you can see these are the named people who are named, to be sponsors of terror in Nigeria. And we are going to be discussing these people. So, first of all, let me start with you. Shukwo. This list that we've seen time after time after time, why are these people not being brought to justice? Why is there no conviction? Why have they not been convicted? Are they so powerful? Are they so untouchable? Or what do you think the problem is? Because Buhari government did nothing. We have Tinubu government the last 2 years. It doesn't look like anything is happening, and it doesn't look like anything is going to happen soon. So are they bigger than the state, these people? Shuko.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think to date, we can all agree that apart from, the couple of people that have been, taken through some tribunals, largely no, supposed supporter or financier of terrorism has actually, been arrested or, prosecuted really in Nigeria. And that plays largely to the sentiment that the government is being too soft. I mean, terrorism is not something that you can negotiate, with. You either deal with it very ruthlessly, or, they would have the upper hand. Unfortunately, I mean, someone, for example, like Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, who was actually deported the last time, he tried to go to perform Hajj in Saudi Arabia. You would think that, Nigerian security operatives will investigate, the reasons why he was deported. And if it's for any reason related to terrorism, which, from his previous rhetoric wouldn't be a surprise, why he's not been arrested. And we have these people just walking freely, some even, parading the corridors of power with absolute impunity. So I can understand why Nigerians are so frustrated. And, it seems that, nobody has been, at least nobody, from even some of the rumors that have been circulating, has been prosecuted. And I would say finally, it also seems to me that if the UAE can go as far as jailing someone, I think some of the people that they jailed were jailed for life, actually. And the only thing that Nigeria has done so far is to, supposedly rehabilitate, terrorists and even put them back into the army. I think the government needs to act very, very differently. They need to prosecute these people. They need to investigate, obviously, and prosecute them if there's any evidence to show that they're actually either supporting terrorists or, financing them. And it needs to be done very quickly.
Thank you very much. Laita, look at somebody like Sheikh Gumi. This is the man who openly speaks nicely about terrorists. He goes into their jungle, he mixes with them, he negotiates with them, he talks to them, and nothing has happened. He's openly, giving them support. And there are others like him like that. So I don't understand, is it that the government is afraid of these people, or is it that there's something they know that we don't?
Yeah, thank you for that question, David. The problem is the owners of Nigeria, they are behind the problem we are facing in the country. That is what made the bandits, the intermediary between bandits and the government untouchable, right? People like this Gumi, remember they are the bandits, and at a certain point in Nigeria, you remember that the federal government were founding them, right? They are founding them in the sense that they will be demanding for more ransom, and the federal government will be meeting them at the town hall meeting. I remember General Gambazo giving them they will be demanding for billions of dollars to stop the abduction and the killing going down in the northeast. But they were giving them billions of naira, right? So as a result, they believe that whatever we do, we have it. At a certain point in time, one of the generals in Nigeria saying that if you kill one bandit, you are killing the northerners, right? So that is what made them untouchable. They sentenced Saliu Yusuf Adamu. No, between 2015 and 2016, they repatriated $782,000 from Dubai to Boko Haram. right? And they jailed, those people were caught. They were jailed by the United Arab Emirates. They gave Suraju Abubakar Hassan, they gave him life imprisonment. They gave Saliu Yusuf Adamli, they gave him life imprisonment. Right. The least jail time they gave them was 25 years among all these six people they mentioned. But all those people caught in Nigeria, they sent their names to the federal government, right? They didn't do anything to them. So one of the directors, former assistant director in the central bank, who mentioned who was trying to mention their name, he was killed. So those people, they are the owners of Nigeria. You have governors, you have ministers, you have senators, everybody among them, they are involved. So if you catch any of them, they want to mention him. So as a result, they don't want them to mention him. That is why they were so powerful, right?
Yeah.
They were
Okay.
made ministers. Okay. So that is what made them to be untouchable.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Latan. Demola, look at somebody like Alimodu Sharif. This man has been said severally that he created Boko Haram while he was governor. You know, it's a kind of team, killer squad around himself, And this Boko Haram, and this now kind of killer squad now metamorphosed into Boko Haram, and now it's now become this Frankenstein that nobody could now control. And this man is still working free. He's still working free. So do you think there are untouchables in Nigeria? And what does the government needs to do?
Thank you, Deji. There are untouchables in Nigeria, we know that, and there's no doubt about that. We are used to it because apart from issue of terrorism, all the fraudsters that all the people that are laundering money that are convicted abroad, it's easy for all these people, all Nigerian politicians, to be convicted abroad than to be convicted in Nigeria. Even when they are convicted abroad and they get back home, we celebrate them. We didn't come them to account, and we do nothing about it. All are because of tribal sentiment. Late President Muhammadu Buhari was a culprit in this. He endured and tolerated the Fulanis to a great extent to do whatever they like. And they were getting away with murder, with laxity at every angle. This, even though he inherited the problem of terrorism or all this banditry, but it escalated to a level that it seems we don't have any government. All this ransom taking are escalated and very much pronounced during his reign, during his regime. All the Fulanis, they do anything, we all we cry out, he will do nothing about it. He make them a sacred cow that nothing can happen. And that is why I don't blame that community for saying that it's a state-sponsored genocide and terrorism. Because if this type of thing is going because of your ethnic background or ethnic group, you fail to do nothing about it, then you are complicit. You are actually guilty of all those acts. These people who are convicted in Saudi Arabia, you know them and they are seen in your community, you do nothing about it. Of recent, and this is where I'm surprised, even though with the present government as well, for Gumi to be deported from Saudi Arabia because of terrorist threat, because that is the reason why they give him that, because he's somebody of terrorist character that they don't want to see in their country. And the federal government doesn't do anything. They don't query it, or they don't question him. And this is a man that is saying he's liaising with terrorists, negotiating with them, and asking the government not to use lethal force, and negotiating with ransom, giving them ransom, and then they recouping themselves and continue to create mayhem all over Nigeria. With this development, I expect the president and the federal government of Nigeria to stop all this sacred cow. Nobody in Nigeria should be carrying arms. They carry arms bluntly without any recourse, and which is never done in the South. It's not tolerated in the South. All these people, even when they don't have even one single cartoon, they go about with AK-47.
Okay. Let me pause you there, Timola. So because of time, so I'm going to come back to you, but Shupo, I'm just, wondering. Several times I've sat down, I have, thought about this thoroughly. I've added it together, I've divided it, I've multiplied it, I've subtracted it, and I can't just fathom what could be the agenda of these individuals. Why will anybody wants to destabilize your own country? Chuko, what do you think is their motive?
Right, thank you very much. So, if you look at banditry in Nigeria and terrorism, it seems to be fueled mostly by people from a particular ethnic background. And the reason why it seems that nothing is being done, even if we look back at the last administration before the current one, there seems to be more tribal loyalty than national loyalty. So in other words, the rest of other tribes or other parts of the country can be burning, as long as supposedly they seem that they're fine. And that is something that is going to be very problematic if Nigeria is going to remain a country, because for that country, to be able to achieve its goals and to be able to have good governance, we need to be able to do things above religious or ethnic sentiments. So, if somebody of, your tribe goes against the law, they should be able to get prosecuted, in accordance with the law and get the right punishment. Those are things that should live beyond religious or ethnic, feelings. But the reality in Nigeria today is that you will see that the type of justice you get, sometimes depends on, which religious body you belong to, or which ethnic background you're from. I mean, this same Sheikh Gumi that we're talking about at some time was quoted as saying, he didn't like the idea of non-Muslim soldiers being sent supposedly to kill Muslim bandits. So, everything is just has come down to ethnic or religious, bigotry. And that quite honestly needs to stop. If I kind of go back again, in Nigeria to date, the only convictions for terrorist-related activities happened in July 2024, July 27, 2024. There was July 12, 2025, in which, there was a counterterrorism center that announced 44 individuals of terrorism financing. Sentences were given ranging from about 10 to 30 years, but no names were released. We don't know who those people are. And that actually means throughout the Buhari administration, there were no convictions. So, the federal government needs to really step up and, do the needful, prosecute these people, take them all out, and prove to Nigerians that they actually are, doing things in accordance with the law and will not tolerate any form of terrorism or terrorist, supporting activities.
Thank you very much. Light, huh? We've several times we've had this rhetoric that we're going to dip the Quran in the Atlantic. And during the period where Buhari was there for 8 years, we constantly have this Fulani, Fulani terrorists trying to infiltrate into the South. I remember at the point, somebody like Sunday Gbogbo had to go to Igangan to go and checkmate them from there. So is this what is fueling this terrorism? Are they trying, is this a kind of jihad? Are they trying to conquer the South?
Thank you for the question. The basic aim of the Boko Haram is the Islamization of Nigeria. And it started in the Northeast by one Yusuf. And the Yusuf, when he wanted to be mentioning their names, when he was caught by the soldiers, he wanted to be mentioning names. This man was the governor then, the vice president. I mean, the vice president was the governor.
Yetima.
So, Yetima. So when he wanted to be mentioning him, after catching him, they killed him in the cell. So, followed by Sekau. Sekau now took it from there, right? Their intention, they launched Sharia in all the northern states. In many of the northern states, when they launch it, everybody will pack themselves in a vehicle. They will go from one state to another, launching it. It's as if they are celebrating Christmas then. So Obasanjo was there. He was just looking. These are the terrible situation, and he needed terrible attention. But nobody said anything. When Jonathan came, Obasanjo was trying to conceal it, was trying his best. But what fueled the killing and the stuff in the northern part of the country was the level of their education. 77.7% of the Northeast, right? They are stark illiterates. And the feudal system in the North, where their leader who dictates their throne for them, well, ask them to go and do something. They don't ask. They don't think. They don't look back. They just go there to go and. They listen to the choices of their leader. So when they asked them, that was the reason why they were ready to in the hands of their leaders. Whatever they say is the final, their leader. And their leaders, they wanted to disrupt the country. They wanted Sharia in the whole country, in the whole Nigeria. They want from Sokoto to Ibadan to, from Maiduguri to Lagos. Everywhere they want Sharia. They wanted Sharia. So that was what fueled the problem. And as a result, you believe that they devastated the whole Northeast because of that. They started Boko Haram. And the Boko Haram, they don't want anybody to be speaking English. They don't want Western education.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So as a result, all the farmers in the farm, they were killing them. All the people in the churches, they were killing them. All the people in the mosque, they were killing them. So as a result, there was death of foodstuff from the number. They agree there. They will always bring the food from that area. So it was they burned their finger, so to say.
Thank you. Because of time, let's move very quickly. So, Demola, there's something that is not hard enough for me. So you have these terrorists, a ragtag team of individuals coming together against a well-trained, a well-armed Nigerian army with sophisticated training. So why is it taking 20 years to defeat herdsmen in the forest? Why is it taking 15 years to defeat Boko Haram? Why are they able to get more members, conquer territories. Do you think there's a third column in the army? Do you think maybe some members of the armed forces are joining these people? Are they selling the arms to them? Are they giving them logistics? Are they giving them information? What do you think is going on?
I think we are missing a very important factor in the issue of terrorism in other parts of Nigeria. If you remember, when this thing started, the initiator of this terrorism they were not called Boko Haram then. They is established by a preacher. The preacher sincerely was not fighting, and it's not even going to arm agitation. It was a theological agitation about bad practices of Islam in the north. It was against the leadership, the elite in the north, in the way they are not taking care of the people. And the people were getting poorer and poorer, while the elites are getting richer, and which is against the tenets of Islam. That was his principle. That was his preaching. He wasn't looking for any conversion of anybody, but the true practice of Islam, which the people have already moved away from. And this was misinterpreted by the head of state then, our president then, Olusegun Obasanjo. Instead of addressing the issue, they were protecting the elites. The elites are the problem of the north. They are the one dictating who is in the army. They are determining who is the officer in the army. They are the one that are controlling the armed forces. They are the problem. It's the northern elites that are creating, but it's not the poor people. The poor people are just suffering because of the greediness and selfishness of the northern elites. It was even because, if not until when the man was killed, and a lot of his followers, more than 700 of his followers was killed, that they resorted to the use of arms in retaliation. And what did he not do? Did not early form a time into Arewa Consultative Forum, not to protect the people again, but to protect the interests of the elites. And when these things even affecting the farmers, they created the Mayatiala to protect the Fulani people that are going about with AK-47 and under the guise of herdsmen. They were protecting them as well. So it's northern elites that are the problem of Nigeria, the north. It's not the ordinary people of the north. The ordinary people are the ones suffering about this.
Okay.
If the sheikhs, all the malams, all these and the politicians and the ex-military generals and head of the state in the north, if they want this thing to stop today, it will stop because they are the cause.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Demola. We completely run out of time. Although I still have one more question, but I think we're going to stop here now. I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Ademola Adisa, all the way from the United Kingdom. Mr. Adisa, you are welcome to, Mr. Adisa, thank you for coming to today's meeting.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So Mr. Olaitan Adedigba, all the way from America. Mr. Adedigba, thank you for coming to today's meeting.
It's my pleasure to be here.
And to Mr. Olalawa, thank you, all the way from Canada. Thank you for attending today's meeting.
Thank you for having me.
And to all of you, thank you again for sticking with us. Please share this video. Let's reach so as much people as possible. Please let's see your comments, and please put a like on it if you like it. We hope to see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye.